Hello everybody. This is Fred in France from metalobs.com, the French website, and Metalobs TV on YouTube. Thanks for watching the TV. And we have Pridian. It's the second time I interviewed them, but the first time by video. The last time it was by email for the first EP in 2023. For me, it makes a very long time ago, Cybernosis, but they are going to introduce themselves, and after we are going to speak about their first awesome album, Venetian Dark. So please, what do you do in Pridian? What's your name and what do you do in the band, please?
Hey, my name is Jörg and I play guitar. And I guess I do like most of the production work.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And next, please.
And I am Martin. Hi, I am the other guitar player.
Yeah, you are two guitarists and there is no bass player. What? It's normal. He left the band. No, you formed the band in 2018, if I'm right. Only four
Yep.
members in Estonia.
Yeah, only four members. We
Okay.
just haven't felt the need for a bass right now.
It's a fashion.
Yeah.
It's a fashion. It's a trend not to have a bass player because it's more because you like because your music you don't have a lot of keyboards, electronic parts also. That's
Yeah.
why two guitars. It's enough.
I mean, we have a bass guitar recorded and it's playing along with us on the backtracks,
Ah,
but we
okay.
don't have a player playing the bass guitar on stage
On
actually.
stage live. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
One less person to
Yeah, for
feed.
you. Yeah. One guy less. Yeah. But in electro, bass metal, yeah, a lot of things like that. I have different examples, but yeah. Okay, so could you sum up the story of the band for people only discover you now, Pridian? You come from Estonia. I don't know which town. And could you sum up the story of the band? When did you launch the band? I've said 2018, but maybe I'm wrong. And first, you released this EP, Cybernosis, in 2023. But first, how did you make the band and this style to found this style and create your own universe, Pridian?
Well, basically, yeah, you could say the band was formed in 2018, but at that time we were under a different name. We were called Eons,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
and it was around 2022 when we had a vocalist replacement. Laur
Laure
came in as
Lindmeier.
vocalist,
Ah,
so we
okay.
decided also with that to basically like relaunch the band. And
Ah,
in
okay.
2022 summer, we like rebranded into Pridian, basically.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the EP Cybernosis released in 2023, if I'm right, when I interviewed you, you were self-released. You were self-produced, in fact, without label, and you were funding. You looking for a label, in fact, at this
Yeah,
time.
it was all everything for the EP was self-recorded, self-produced,
Mm.
mixed and mastered and released, and yeah, it was all just the band. Yeah.
Actually, Joel Wanasek mastered it, but Jörg mixed it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right. Sorry.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
All good.
yeah. And so on the EP, it was already Laure, the on vocalist, on
Yep.
vocals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yep.
yeah. There is only a singer, or you make backing vocals, maybe? No, or he makes all the.
Yeah, I mean, Laura does mainly screams, but
Yeah.
cleans as well. I mainly do backing cleans, and Martin does backing screams as well.
Ah, okay, okay,
So
okay,
there's
okay,
yeah, basically three vocalists on stage at all times.
okay. What's the balance sheet? What's the conclusion you can make now, 2 years after, about the CP? Because that's why with it I discover you. What are you satisfied? You have some regrets on some songs, on some other production, or for a self-release, you are totally happy because on internet and people discover you first, like me. You are still satisfied on it and the reactions?
Yeah, I mean, no regrets
No
because
regret.
thanks to
No,
that EP, we have everything we have now. I mean, if
Ah, yeah,
those
yeah.
songs basically, gave us a really cool small little fan base. And
Mhm.
yeah, we managed to introduce ourselves to Century Media with those songs, and they really
Yeah.
liked it. So
Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, with a good agency of promotion. That's why. Yeah, I can interview you again now. You have a fan base important in Estonia. How is the metal scene in Estonia in your country? Small, I think.
Pretty small, I would say, in comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it maybe it rises a different style, hardcore, metal, or
There's a lot of
all
different
stuff.
bands, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. There aren't many bands like us in the modern metal scene, but there are
yeah.
some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and you, what are your musical background, your roots, your influences, like that? Because when I listen to Pridian, I think about yeah, metalcore in general. If you have to make a sticker, but modern metalcore, but electronic metalcore. I don't know, cyber metalcore. I think also on at the on Swiss band, Cybrid. They're just reformed. Cybrid.
Mhm.
I find some influences in the arrangements, in the universe, more very modern, futuristic, but with your own touch. What are your music influences? Gent, metalcore,
Well, I
European
am.
scene, American
We're old
scene?
enough to be influenced by like pretty much the classic bands, like let's say System of a Down, Metallica, Korn,
Oh, okay.
Deftones, all
Yeah.
that legendary stuff. But somehow, well, Jörg is the main electronic guy, thanks to Nine Inch Nails and the other stuff.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You like to
I've been
Fresnel?
like I listened to a lot of Nine Inch Nails when growing up,
Mm,
so it's what got me like interested in like production stuff in general.
eh.
And like the comparison to maybe like Cybrid and
I've performed with them actually, like
really,
with another band. But it's funny because I've never like really listened to them. But
Okay.
people tell us a lot that yeah, you really sound like Cybrid.
Yeah.
I
But
guess that influence might come from our vocalist Laura as
Yeah,
well. He listens to that kind of era bands a lot
like
mm.
more.
like a lot of Static X, like a lot
Yeah,
of
Ah,
Static
yeah,
X.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, Tony
yeah,
Campos. Yeah, yeah. And there is a reformed with a new singer, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So American, European stuff. Okay, okay.
yeah. It's like a mix of like
Hmm?
modern and older styles. We have a lot of different influences, like
Yeah.
over like the four of us with our drummer as well. Like he listens to EDM a lot.
He
Yeah,
really doesn't listen to metal. Not like
Yeah,
not a lot of
yeah,
metal at all.
yeah,
so
yeah.
there's definitely a lot of influences coming together here. Yeah,
Yeah, that's hybrid theory, but hybrid music for Pridian that you create your style, and we can feel it, listen to it on the first album now. So on Century Media, available in May. It's called Venetian Dark. So a very, yeah, very very strong album. Maybe you experiment more. You didn't set borders, frontiers, and you for example, the interlude you say you state about that, or maybe it's your singer. You about the song "Synthetic Salvation." You say it's it's not metal maybe, but we don't care. We made that and we are satisfied and we experiment. You take some risk, and you for a first album
Oh
you
yeah,
yeah,
you try to
definitely.
experiment a lot. It was a goal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There are a lot of different elements like which we haven't done before. Like
Mm.
we experimented with well, Jörg and Laura did a lot of choral stuff
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah,
electronic stuff. There are definitely you can hear like all of our influences coming together,
yeah,
forming something really. I will say like really like groundbreaking, but it's definitely unique.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
authentic to us and
It's authentic, yeah.
what we like, and it might sound weird at some points to someone, but like for us, it only matters that it's like that we like it and it's
Yeah,
cool
yeah, yeah.
to
F-
us. Yeah,
First, you create music for you first, and after
of
the
course.
fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Alors, how did you do? How do you work? So you are the core of composing, both you two guys, or how
Uh,
you take, or try to work separately, and after you gather the things, you from this with distance, or you jam together
I
in
would
your
say
rehearsal?
we have begun jamming a lot more during the end of
Yeah,
this album
yeah, yeah,
production cycle.
yeah,
But like I would say like at the beginning of this album cycle and even for like the EP,
yeah.
it's definitely like we sit at home, think of riffs, think of parts, try to get some
Mm,
like whole songs together before we present them to each other.
mm-hmm.
And
mm.
then if we feel like a song is going somewhere, then we'll definitely take it to the rehearsal space and like work out stuff. But yeah, we
But
do a lot of like sitting at home alone and writing
Yeah.
in front of the computer. Yeah.
So but for this album, you started from scratch. You didn't
Yeah.
include or re-record all stuff from the EP in
No.
the new one.
I mean, some song ideas might have started
Some drafts.
before the EP or during it, but like I would say 99% is like totally like new
New.
material. Yeah.
Okay. But you
You
start
always
from
have like a storage of riffs somewhere in that
yeah.
Yeah.
drive or
There's a
in the
storage of
Dropbox
risk.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But
But you start from riffs of guitar. You don't start. You don't start
it
from
depends.
a
Some
melody
songs
on keyboards, for
start with
example.
synths, but a lot of
Okay.
songs actually start with synth lines, like Dini. That's
Okay.
all like all
Yeah.
synth,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
synth.
Okay. It will be a single of the album because there is already Near Dark and Out for Blood extracted from Venetian Dark. Maybe Diana is a new single, next single with a video, music video on internet.
It's out with the visualizer actually.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so wait, could you tell me more about the title of the album, Venetian Dark? It's a color, in fact, of dark, of kind of dark. It's not. Tell me more about this. What does it mean? And is it a conceptual album behind that, behind this title, Venetian Dark?
Well, it's not a concept album. The phrase Venetian Dark basically it came from I saw somewhere in like a hardware store. I saw a color that was, I think it was Venetian red. It's a
Oh,
color like
yeah,
a
yeah.
paint basically.
Mm.
And for some reason that stuck with me. But later in my mind, I started thinking about like Venetian Dark for like no reason at all.
Okay.
And I named one of our demos Venetian Dark. And at a
Ah,
later point, when our vocalist was writing vocals and saw the name of the demo, Venetian Dark, thought that it would be an awesome name for an album, actually. So, and then from that, he got this whole concept of Venice being surrounded by water, basically sinking into the water, always having to deal with it, and
yeah.
Resurrection, a lot of resurrection.
yeah, and it ties into themes of like dying and being reborn again.
Respawn, something like that.
Yeah,
A
Yeah,
kind
sure.
of respawn. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Could you tell me more about the artwork? It's in the continuation of the first one, first EP, but in the colors and futuristic elements. But we can see different elements. I don't know. Is it is the space in the space universe?
Yeah.
The truth, hole. I don't know the hole in the space. I don't know black hole,
Black hole, you
something like
mean? Yeah.
that. Or
Yeah.
yeah, tell me more. What is it?
I would say
That
it's not a continuation of the
ah
artwork per se. Like the colors, yeah,
yeah
would perhaps match, and perhaps our vocalist would know
yeah
more to speak about this. But like, as far as
exactly
I know, there is no overarching like concept behind the design
Yeah.
of the album artwork. We just love space, honestly.
Okay, what does inspire you?
Everything sci-fi and space.
The sci-fi literature,
Yeah.
TV series, movies, Interstellar,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Tell me more. Alien. Tell me more.
You mean what we're interested in?
Way for the lyrics and the concept, yeah, visually, Space Odyssey. I don't know, movies. Yeah,
I'm
literature. You read a lot.
Me personally, I'm a big fan of The Expanse, the TV series. If you know about it,
Expense.
perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, I'm a big Star Wars nerd as well. So
Same.
Yeah, Martin.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Same here. Yeah.
you read a lot also, or you don't have to read on your own tour?
I personally I don't read a lot,
Not anymore.
if at all.
Not a lot of time, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
we should read more. Reading is
Oh,
good. It's important.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it behind me like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
see it. Yeah. But yeah, the cosmonaut. I think about Alien, not Alien. Oh yeah, a bit. But before, at the same time, in the 70s, the movie of Kubrick, Space Odyssey. But I remember in the EP we can see a character like an alien, a
Yeah.
a character. Xenomorph. I don't know. With different interpretation.
It's very similar to Xenomorph. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
one of our good friends made the artwork, and he's also very like inspired by this
Yeah.
space and like very cold and modern aesthetic. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess that kind of fits the album theme or the previous EP, but kind of like it's still, we do have a lot of electronics and modern elements, so it's a kind of the futuristic space aesthetic kind of fits to this album a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's more to Laura to discuss because yeah, he is the visual artist in the band, really.
Yeah.
So who made the artwork? Who made the artwork? Robert? No.
Uh,
Who made? No.
this was like an ordered design, like from an artist.
Yeah, an artist made it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know
Okay.
the exact name of the
Okay.
Can't
artist right
remember the
now.
name at the moment. Laura,
Yeah.
yeah, Laura was responsible for the artwork.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in space it's very cold. It's very dark and it's death in general in space. But so yes, it fits well with the music. Very synthetic, very modern, very futuristic. You wanted to make that, and Jorg, you produced, but the sound was mixed by Matt Thomas. Who worked with
Yeah.
the Kingdom of Giants or Inventing Animate. So you wanted a sound like that, very modern, very and to be able to perform it live also without bass
Um,
player.
I would say that personally, these songs really don't kind of hit the mark with like a, let's say, like a analog type of mixing
Yeah,
style, which is like really old school. It kind
yeah,
of it needs that digital, like overproduced kind of
yeah,
style, I would say.
yeah,
Punch and impact and
Yeah,
like
very cinematic, very punchy, and kind of like over the top, just a little bit. That it just fits the theme, fits the band, that fits the music. But we'll definitely see where the sound goes and the next stuff we do. And I know this is like this chapter, but we're very open to explore a lot of
yeah,
different.
and we landed on like Matt Thomas. Like we were looking for a producer, and I personally am a big fan of Kingdom of Giants, so it like popped
yeah,
into my head like we should try him.
Yeah, I
And
like the Darko stuff he does.
yeah, and he
Yeah,
does Darko US stuff as well.
yeah,
And like
okay,
we got the first test mixes, and it was awesome. And like yeah, it
yeah.
went from there.
And you're satisfied of the first reactions of the fans on internet about the singles, so Endless,
yep.
Near Dark, and Out of Our Blood.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been awesome, definitely. Yeah, I'm still in shock that people like our music.
And what do you expect with the help now with the label Century Media, a big label, huh? American, German, the first label.
Yeah.
What do you expect for this album, Venetian Dark, to tour more, to tour in Europe, in America, to open for Deftones? I don't know,
I mean, yeah.
Korn.
Can we make it happen? Yes, please.
Ask Gino Moreno on Facebook.
Yes, ask Gino, please.
I mean, the first step for us, I would say, it's like we need to break out of like our scene here locally. We need to
yeah,
get out and just play
yeah,
shows
yeah.
Europe first, and then let's see what
Mm.
else might come.
Yeah, fortunately, we have some nice festivals lined up for the summer, so
This
Yeah.
summer.
it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just before to speak about the plans of touring, yeah, the EP, did you tour a lot and play live for the EP? And if yes, did it bring a lot of experience to this to the new composition, the new songs, to put more groove, more impact, more mosh parts, and to think about live impacts, the experience, the live experience of the EP, Cybergnosis. Do you tour a lot for that? In 2023,
I
not
wouldn't say like not a whole lot. I
you were
mean,
focused
we
on
did
the new
play
on the new
shows.
stuff. Yeah.
We did play shows locally here, yeah, but like again, it's quite hard actually to get out of Estonia. It's pretty amazing how
Yeah.
difficult it is.
Plus, there isn't like a lot of shows going on that would like fit us actually. There's like the underground scene is pretty like substantial, but it's mostly like hardcore
Yeah.
bands, like grindcore stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
More
punk
extreme.
maybe. Yeah, and we would like really we don't wouldn't fit there. Like and we're kind of like almost alone here in that
Yeah.
sense, but we had
Okay.
very good gigs, which we had what the gigs we played they were very good, like with
Yeah.
proper bands and like like unprocessed and humanity's last breath, and yeah,
And
there
you
are some
learn,
bands that
you learn with this artist. You learn a lot about the live experience,
Mhm.
how does the system work, and after also with your instruments, the crowd, the human relations, the business in relations also.
the
It
best
helps you.
teacher we had, the best experience we had was when we played Euroblast.
Oh yeah.
That was like a
Ah,
first proper
yeah.
abroad show.
Where
We
is
had to
it? Where
play
is it?
there,
Where is it, Euroblast?
Cologne.
Yeah,
Cologne,
yeah, yeah,
Germany.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Okay. Oh, yeah,
we were
good.
fortunate to get a slot,
Yeah,
on Euroblast. Yeah, it was last summer. Yep.
no, it was actually in
No.
end of
Oh,
October
Oh yeah, October. Yes, sorry.
okay,
or beginning of
okay.
October, something like that.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really
Okay.
good.
And in France, you for the moment, for now, you never played in France live?
No, but we would very much like to play in France.
Yes, please.
Okay. We have you can open for Novelist, French excellent French band.
We played with them.
Uh,
Ah, yeah, in Europe. Yeah, in Europe.
Yeah, in
ah,
Euroblast we played with them. Yeah, they're
okay,
really
okay,
cool.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because you have common points musically.
yeah.
Very modern and groove.
Somebody on YouTube said that we should open for Gojira as well. So yeah.
Also, yeah, but ask Duplantier brothers for the yeah, but yeah. I know beat them, but since the very early beginning, But yeah, to open up Olympic Games, some people forget that they start at the end of the 90s,
Yeah.
they founded the band in 1995 or something like that. And for the first time I met them and saw live, it was in 2001 or two. And uh, they, 29 years after, they opened for Olympic Games.
Yeah.
It's a
Mm.
long way pass.
Oh yeah, we've been doing bands for like almost 15 years now.
Uh,
Locally here. Yeah,
Locally, yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You have a
Yeah,
background.
we're also like kind of
Oh,
veterans here.
Local
yeah,
veterans,
Local
but like
veterans.
very new to the global scene. Yeah.
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 So it
And
took us almost, yeah, also like 15 years to be
okay,
noticed.
okay, okay. And if, for example, I interviewed recently Lordi, I asked him some advice because to win the next competition of Eurovision contest, because France never won, never won since
Mhm.
my year of birth, the 1977. So Lordi say, Mr. Lordi say, I don't have a trick. I'm not an expert about that. We were just at the bad place, at the good place, at the good moment. And after he said,
Yeah.
no, we were just the ovni, the bad things at the good moment, at the good place. And
Mhm.
people vote for them. If Estonia, do you think Estonia? I think it could. Estonia, for example, ask you if I don't know, the public channel ask you to participate, to be selected, like Lord of the Lost for Germany, but they lost. Lord of the Lost. But there was a Norwegian band also last year, more folk metal. If you, Pridian, you have some proposition to play and to represent Estonia with your kind of music, metalcore. You accept? You agree, or you say, it's not bad, it's not good for image, metal band?
Mm, would you agree? I'm not sure if I would personally.
I know. I don't think you're a big fan of Eurovision, though.
In general, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Europe.
Yeah,
I would do
not
it.
me.
If we
Me.
can write like a really cool song for that, and
Yeah.
everyone would agree that we should do it, then yeah, we would do it. But we're not gonna apply
Yeah.
if they ask us to do it.
Never say never, because the Lordi one, I voted for them in 2006. It
Mhm.
was hard rock.
Mm.
It was a new thing in Eurovision, and things that change. I think you have your chance, Manskin for Italy. Manskin won,
Yeah,
and rock and roll reborn in a bit in Italy this last years. Why not?
yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So what are the plans, guys? So first summer festivals. So you say for this year and maybe next year, and new
For
music
sure.
videos and a regular tour. You are looking for dates for gigs. Tell
Yep,
me.
pretty much. We need to play as many shows as we can. We're gonna play Poland and Latvia in the summer. We're gonna tour around Estonia and promote the album.
And
Hopefully,
Germany, UK. No.
we'll see. nothing.
Nothing confirmed yet.
Nothing
You have a
confirmed
tour
yet.
manager. You have a tour manager, or you make all your by yourself, do it yourself.
We're all alone right now, but we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna see if we can get some help
Yeah.
in that regard.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
export your music. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Be careful if you go to America; it will be more expensive at the airport when you arrive.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a bit of, because you play a lot? Very last question. You play very modern music and with computers, samples, electronics, keyboards, etc. Are you a bit afraid with the arrival of the AI? Very
No.
used now in new music, and some people say it's you. No, no, I never made this song, but it's only made by AI with the different elements, ingredients, and the result.
I'm personally, I'm not.
No,
I don't
for the artist,
mind
you
about.
as artist, not afraid.
No,
Okay.
not really. I mean, sure, you can like you can pretty much tell it to write a song, sure, but like I still think that like like real art comes from having experiences and emotions which
And
computers really can't like replicate
yeah, yeah,
yet at least.
yeah.
But
It's
as now, but for now, yeah, for sure, I think just basic human experience that really can't be replicated by AI.
yeah, and live and live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you can't be a young boy at school and getting picked on if you're a computer,
yeah,
and then you
Can't
you
put it into music.
can't put that into music. Yeah, can't go home and just write angry riffs because someone picked on you.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay, I agree. It remember me a song of Fear Factory replica. Okay, men
Yes,
against machines. So, okay, thank you very much, guys. We hope to see you live one day in France. We have good summer
yes,
festivals. It could be good opportunities for you. So come on, Hellfest, Motoculture. We have very good events in France, and you have your chance, of course, now, and with the help of Central Media now. I think
yeah, we would love
I
we would
Yeah,
love
for
it.
sure. If
I wish you
possible, we
good
will
luck.
come.
I wish you good luck, and congratulations with this very good first album, Venetian Dark. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for the interview. Bye bye. Take care, and see you live one day
Yeah,
in France. Bye
bye
bye.
bye.